I'm a little curious though. Before we
Right.
start, let's test it. Open your third eye.
Which app do you want to open?
Nah. No wonder they're getting rid of her. She's not smart.
She's not smart.
This man is
Talk
still.
about it.
This is what people don't realize. Just think about it. Self-driving cars,
Yo.
AI robots, all these things. iRobot.
Yep.
Will Smith is the center of it all.
That's exactly what.
Sorry, Will Smith.
Will Smith is not in this.
The slap heard around the world. That was the sign. That was the signal. The start of it all.
He's not in this.
No, he's really not. Nor is his wife or his kids.
Maybe the oldest kid is the one that's not by Jada, but
the one you never hear about. On a serious note, like I said, iRobot, but again,
no,
it goes back to what we were saying. Is
that's what people were saying, because these videos just dropped yesterday, like early yesterday morning, and what they were saying, like the robots look like the reflecting.
They do.
The robo van looks like the van
that they all got off of.
They all got off of. They all jumped off of. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was also another video of they have a Tesla cab, and it looks like the car that Will Smith was driving in doing iRobot.
Elon Musk is doing nothing but taking ideas from other movies and actually making them real.
But this lady who came out saying that she was Elon Musk's nanny, like when he was a child, and she said that he would be in his room, like summoning spirits, like he would open portals and summon creatures to come into his room.
I don't put it past them.
Yeah, it was very interesting. She said things would happen in there. She was like, she would be afraid to even go into the room to get him. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
What's up, you guys? It's your boy D.E.B.O.
And your boy SOSA.
And we are back with another episode of A Moment with D and SOSA. Now, we touched on a lot of stuff on our last episode. Politics, Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, The Simpsons, the connections on why I personally don't trust them. But again, like I said, I always want people to do their research. I always tell people, do your own research. I do research. I look up stuff.
Don't just take our word for it.
Exactly. Yeah. So
again, don't take our word for it. Do your own research. I'm not saying don't take our word.
Yeah.
But still, if you do your own research, if you're trying to share information that we've given you guys, if you do your own research, you can tell them how we said it, but you can still back it up with your own claims, your own knowledge that you found yourself. Like we can't do everything for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll give you the knowledge.
And I'll share this. This is, what's very funny is just this week, I actually heard somebody say the exact same thing. But I've been saying this for a very long time. I've been telling my friends this for a minute. I said, if you want to find out real news, do not look at America source media. Please look outside of this country, about this country. That's how you will really find out the truth, because a lot of these media companies that are US based, they are bought and paid for. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't care if I sound weird or crazy. This is facts. These things can be backed up. These people, these stations are bought and paid for
in advance. In advance.
Okay, I'm gonna keep moving on that. I'm gonna keep moving.
Fake news. That's the only thing that pops in my head. Fake news. No, but seriously,
because we know that that's something Donald Trump says.
Fake news.
Fake news.
But
I don't watch
fake news.
I don't take questions from CNN.
He ain't
CNN
lying
is
about
fake
that.
news. I don't
really
take
not.
questions from
Fake
CNN.
news.
John,
Like this man says
Fake
a lot of
news
things,
is
but
good.
a lot of things that he do say
It's true.
straight true, straight
It's
facts,
true, man.
100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't. If you don't source things yourself, I mean, you just like going in blind.
Yeah.
You have to source it.
You have to source stuff.
You have to do the research yourself. You have to and take your time and do it. Don't just go looking for something that we said just so you can say, "Oh, okay." They tell you no. It involve yourself in the research you're doing. Like really take the time and look through it, read through it, listen through it, whatever. However you're researching, just take your time and try to understand. Because if you don't, you're still just as blind as you were before.
Yeah.
Just
listen. I want to do something a little different real quick before we get into our topics. So I didn't tell you this. I think maybe I don't know, but just so that people who may not really know us can get to know us a little bit more. I want to drop 4 or 5 questions, and we can both answer it.
All
right. So that people can just get to know us a little bit better. All right. So favorite food.
For me, that is a hard question because I'm a foodie. I love food. A handful of people will probably say I'm lying because being a foodie does not necessarily mean you eat a lot. You just love all food. If I had to pick, I'd have to pick like a general type or general like Italian. I'll say like all Italian food will probably fall if first or close to first.
Okay.
So I'm a big fan of Italian food.
All right.
But also Japanese food.
Japanese.
So those two run hand in hand with me. I had to pick 2 of them. Those 2.
I'm basic, y'all. Say something.
It's not chicken, you guys.
No. It ain't chicken. It ain't watermelon.
Most people will probably say it's chicken for me.
Yeah.
But that's just fast food. I don't eat burgers from fast food places.
Okay. Yeah. Like, okay, I'm a big macaroni and cheese person. I think that's probably my absolute favorite food. But listen, I cannot eat everybody's macaroni.
That's true.
And cheese.
Yeah.
All right. I've reached a point in my life where I really only eat my macaroni and cheese. And I can cook, man. Like, I've cooked for so many people. Like, I've cooked at different functions, like at different jobs that I work for. They'll be like, "Hey, yo, bring the mac and cheese." Like, yeah. I'm still let me not say that. I cook really good. And I'm not just saying that just to say that. Like, again, the people can vouch for what I'm saying. Like, I've cooked for so many holidays. It's crazy.
I know who I'm inviting to Thanksgiving this year.
But macaroni and cheese, I love, and it has to have cheese. There are some people who don't make it
right.
Like, no,
we're not eating macaroni.
Yeah,
it's called macaroni and cheese for a reason.
Butter.
It's meant to be cheesy.
It better be in there. And it better be on, hard in there. Like, I need all different types of cheese.
And for all of y'all who don't know what baked mac and cheese is, you have to bake it.
Thank you. I'm glad you pointed.
You have. It's not baked mac and cheese.
Yeah. I don't just like macaroni and cheese.
Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah. If you don't put it in the oven to bake. You just made mac and cheese.
You can keep
all you do is make mac and cheese. Matter of fact, it's almost Kraft. Okay.
Yeah.
We don't want Kraft.
We don't want Kraft.
We don't want Kraft. No offense, Kraft.
Yeah.
Y'all. I mean, as a child.
Shout out Kraft.
For real. Y'all, shout out to Kraft. Because as a child, I grew up on a mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And mine was a mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Go make you some. Like, you was old enough to make your own Kraft mac and cheese.
Yeah. Like almost 2 years ago, I had my wisdom teeth pulled out, and like for an entire month, that's all I ate was Kraft macaroni and cheese. That's all I could eat. So shout out to Kraft.
Yeah, we're not knocking y'all, but when it's Thanksgiving time, I don't want Kraft mac and cheese.
That's right.
I would be grateful because that's what we supposed to be regardless. But I prefer homemade, made correctly, mac and cheese, baked mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Next question: favorite TV show?
Ooh, I'm a big anime fan, y'all. I love anime. Like, I don't watch what y'all would call real TV. Like, I do have my shows
Yeah,
Like I watch Sight, I watch Dexter, I watch different things, but One Piece is my top show. My little brother calls me crazy because if they were to drop a new season tomorrow, I would start over from season 1. There's over 1,000 episodes in this series, and yes, I would start over.
And he's talking about the anime series,
not the Netflix series.
Not the Netflix series.
The actual anime series has over 1,000 episodes.
Yeah,
and it's probably about 14 seasons, 13, 14 seasons. And I've restarted each time a new season dropped. I just like the show that much. I don't have to, but I do it anyway.
That's so funny because he talks about how he goes back and watches, like he'll watch it from the beginning. I'm the same type of person. Like if I really get into a show, like I don't care how many seasons are there. Like if the show drops a new season, I'm going back to season 1.
You might have missed something
to watch.
You never know.
But that just made me. It reminded me of, this is gonna sound funny. Like I have a few favorite TV shows. One show that I will always hold on to and I will always cherish is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I don't care.
Yes.
I don't care. I do not care.
Hey, I'm with you on that one. That's a classic.
I literally just like maybe 2 months ago was binge watching Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Yeah. But outside of that, my favorite show is the show Continuum. And I talked about it with Xavier. I told him about it. You all need to watch this show while you can still watch this show. And I'm saying that because this show was banned from this country and other countries for several years. And they just re-released it. You can watch it on the Roku channel. Please, watch it. You will be enlightened. Okay? If you have any doubts about some of the things that I've shared, all you gotta do is watch that show.
And do your research, like we said earlier.
And do your research.
I'm
telling you. Ooh. I have to bring you guys to a throwback moment between me and you. This is unscripted. I'm gonna see if he picks it up immediately. I used to just randomly text him this. I don't even know if he remembers.
You randomly text me this.
Hicka hicka boo.
Hoosha!
Hicka bicka boo? Hoosha! Out! Hicka bicka boo? Hoosha! Hicka bicka boo? Hoosha!
Ah! Yeah!
Kim Possible will always be that show. Yo.
Call me, beat me, if you want to reach me. If you can't, that's okay.
That's
I mean, man.
That'll always be the show, bro.
A lot of people, I mean, they kind of discontinued that show before a lot of people actually got to finish watching all of it. So, sorry for all of y'all who did it, but it is on Disney Plus. So, go finish it and stop sleeping on your boy Ron. Stop.
Right.
Stop sleeping on Ron. He's number one. He's the best. Kim. It goes him, Wade, then Kim, because without them two, Kim Possible can't do what she does.
Right. Fact.
And Rufus, the naked mole rat.
The naked mole rat.
That has to be my new ringtone. That rap,
right.
The Rufus rap. What is that? That creepy thing, Rufus, the naked mole rat. Throwback.
Yo.
It's just on the topic of throwbacks. That's Disney. So if we were picking shows from just certain channels, yeah, Kim Possible takes the cake on Disney. For me, Cartoon Network, it would be a battle between Samurai Jack and Dexter's Laboratory. Just to hear Samurai Jack yell, cool! Every episode that was life for me growing up.
Yo, Dexter's Laboratory was the show. Yeah. Man, we go into cartoons, like childhood cartoons. Man, there were a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
Ones that stuck out to me the most, though, probably, this is gonna sound mad weird, but it's the truth. Johnny Bravo. I was
a big Johnny Bravo fan too.
Yeah.
It's like now as an adult thinking about it, it's just like, do I really want to agree to that?
Yeah. Johnny Bravo. Yeah, he was It's amazing the type of things they put in these cartoon shows.
That
as a
part,
child,
it's like,
that they were trying to tell us something. See, they were trying to slide it into the kids,
oh yeah, subliminal messages are real.
Yeah,
They're in
absolutely,
almost every. Sorry, Disney, but in almost every Disney movie
absolutely.
is at least.
Yeah,
They're more than what I'm about to say, but at the least one. I'll be nice. There's at least one subliminal message in each Disney movie, especially the older ones.
yep,
Just
very true.
YouTube it,
Yep,
and you'll see.
very true.
Research.
Yep, do your research. That's the word for the day. Do your
Yep.
research. That's oh man, somebody trying to take me to the deep now. That's the same thing when it comes to faith. So many people have so many wrong
Straight
notions
facts.
and ideals about God and Jesus because you ain't doing your research.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry, y'all. Listen,
I was honestly thinking about that earlier before we even got here.
Let me tell y'all something. Ooh, I'm going deep, and I am not even going deep to the deep about God. I'm just going to tell y'all something that will help y'all. You know, I can't remember the last time I went for this is even before I went to acting and modeling. But when I would apply for a job, I would look up who the CEO was. I would look up the top chief people so that when it came to going to an interview, I wouldn't be out in the dark. Like I would know stuff. Whenever I walk to set and I know what show or movie I'm working on, I'm looking up the directors. I'm looking up the main cast because I don't want to walk past important people like they just nobody. So you need to do your research.
It doesn't matter what it is. Like you
Just
said,
do
a
your
new
research.
job. If you're walking into any new job blind, that don't expect to really succeed like you want to. I'm not saying you won't.
Come on,
but
y'all.
you're not going to succeed as quickly or how you want to, right? Unless you're just the best at what you do, which in most cases, yes, it's nice to think that way, but no, there's always going to be someone better than you at something.
Yeah.
I mean, and sorry y'all to be, I guess, quoting J. Cole, but love yours.
Love yours.
Love yours.
Let me tell you, you know, I'm not trying to endorse J. Cole, but J. Cole is a very smart man. And he's another one, you know, for those of you who still listen, I'm not trying to promote secular music. I'm not trying to do that. But for those of you who still listen to it, he actually has some very interesting things that are very true in his music. I'm gonna move on from that. Let y'all do your research.
Yes.
Next question. If you could choose any profession, what would it be?
Honestly, and this is about to be a very vague answer, but at this point in my life, whatever profession allowed me to be the freest or allowed me to have the most time to myself and what I actually want to do, which is relax, travel, just different things. I have to have some type of outside job right now, with what I'm doing right now. But as God continues to work through my life and for my life, oh yeah, I'm gonna get to a point where I'm not doing anything. My money's gonna be making its own money. Don't ask me what I'm gonna be doing yet. I don't know, but it's coming.
Yeah.
I feel it, and just wait on your boy. Y'all gonna see. Just wait.
We're gonna have a D.E.B.O music moment. So, I shared this with Xavier when he was on the last episode, and I told him, when I say I write songs, I don't really write songs. The songs just come to me from God, and I just put them on paper. Literally, like that's just how it is. Don't try to explain it. We talked about not being up here, being down here on the last episode. That's all that is. Song not too long ago that I wrote that just said, there are miracles at your door. There are miracles he has in store. There are miracles waiting for you. Your tears are not in vain. He is still God. He remains the same. There are miracles for you. And I wrote on a piece of paper, I don't know where it is right now, but I wrote miracles. and then I put the the equal sign, and then on the other side of the equal sign, I said something that happens that only God can do.
Mhm.
So for y'all out there who can't see how things can change. Now, me and Xavier brought up the scripture in Hebrews. It was impossible to please God without faith. And for him, that for those who come to God, they must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. So I don't want you to miss that part. You have to
That
diligently seek
diligently.
God. And I've said this to my friends. I've said this to people on IG. You cannot pimp God. And that's why so many people have been disappointed in regards to well, things didn't work out the way, and I was trying to trust God. You can't pimp them. You got
First
to have
off,
a real relationship
trying
with them.
to trust God, it should not come out of your mouth. It's not something that you should have to
Yeah.
try to do. It's something that you like.
And you grow in it. It's not immediate.
It's not just
Let me
something
tell
that.
you. And I've proven this to be true. When it comes to faith with God, you start at the little things. I can remember, y'all. Yeah. Let me know. I'm trying not to go deep, but okay. But I can remember as a child, y'all. As a child, I used to write on pieces of paper things that I wanted. And I can remember I would like open like these little magazines and I would cut out like pictures. I remember like
It's like before Christmas time when your parents tell you go in and what you pick. Go pick what you want.
Not even that. Not even that. I was just, it didn't even matter. It was Christmas, birthday, whatever.
No, I was just using Christmas as an example.
Anytime. Oh yeah. Anytime throughout the year, like if I wanted something, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I was not, and it wasn't anything that my parents did, but I was never like the person to just be like, I want this, I want that. Like they'll tell you, like I was never that. I was never that child. I was never that child. Like if they asked me, then I would tell them, but I was never like, oh, I just want that. Like, nah, I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. I was that child, but only when it came to Legos. Like you take me to the Lego store. Sometimes in today's time, I'm still that child. As a man, you try to put them childish things away, but you take me in a Lego store, I might just act up a little bit. Like it's time. We only been here for 5 minutes. It's been 5 hours.
No, I still get geeky over Power Rangers. Like a few years back, a coworker of mine who was also shout out to you, George. You probably won't even. I don't know. Maybe one day you'll watch it. I don't know. I don't even know where you're at, bro. But shout out to you, George. He came into. We were both working at the school at this time, and he came into the room, and he was like, "Bro, I know you like Power Rangers like me. Look what I got." And he brung in one of the authentic White Ranger helmets.
No, If y'all,
I got the picture too.
If y'all don't know who the White Ranger is, the White Ranger is the OG Red Ranger.
OG Red Ranger.
The OG Red Ranger. He left and came back.
Oh yeah. His name was Tommy Oliver, aka Jason David Frank. R.I.P. to him. He's no longer around. But yeah, he was the heartbeat of the Power Rangers. Yes. He was the heartbeat. He really was.
Yep.
It's really sad that he went through what he went through. People talk about he had some mental issues, emotionally. And let me just tell you this. God. Ooh, we going deep, bro. I'm sorry.
Hey man, look, you good. Hey.
Sheesh. Okay. Thank you, Lord.
Sometimes it need to be said.
Let me just first say this. Just know that you don't have to walk life alone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
When you believe you don't walk life alone.
Yeah. But
no matter how bad you feel.
Before I even go to let me tell y'all something. We brought this scripture. I'm just flowing, y'all, okay? But truly, sometimes, and I understand, I really do understand, how, people have closed their ears to wanting to hear about God and Jesus and things like that. But for those of you who will take the earplugs out for just 1 second, God really loves you.
That's a personal you, by the way.
That's a personal you. And so you don't have to walk through life alone. The Bible says that Jesus came that you might have life, have it more abundantly.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus will walk this life with you if you let him. That's just how we talked about on our first episode. He stands at the door and knock. You got to let him in.
He not about to kick your door down.
Exactly. But he
now,
will walk life
okay,
with
I
you.
want to say that. Now, there will be times, and I'll put it like this for those Christians who have backslid and knew they need to come home. There will be times. Don't count on it. Let me throw that out there. Don't count and don't bank on this always happening. Where God will use his audible voice, and I ain't talking about the quiet one, where you know you in some stuff or you doing something that you're not supposed to, and you hear that voice, what seems like it's in the back of your mind, literally tell you to do or not do something. And I've been there. I've been on both sides of it, where I listened and didn't listen.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you right now, each time I did listen, the blessings, the just flow of love and just the positivity in my life at that time, amazing. Those times I didn't listen, I'm just telling you now, it's hell on earth when you don't listen to God.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. I can't. I'm so sorry. I'm laughing because that viral video that went around years ago of that chick who was like, "Oh, POP, hold it down." She was like,
Mama,
I
got glaucoma. I can't see. I'm legally blind.
I'm legally blind. I don't know any other story except my side of the story. And I'm saying that to say, like, I don't know. I can't speak for nobody else. I only know my experience. My story.
Hey,
right? But I'm
G.O.D. hold me down. G.O.D. please hold me down.
But I'm telling y'all, like,
I'm putting that on the shirt. Hey, y'all heard me say it first. Don't do it.
But I'm telling you, I'm a testament. All right, and like I said, I don't know anybody else's story like I know my own story. But I'm a testament myself to God being ever so merciful. I'll share this, and so that I can justify where I'm going to go next. Your story is not always for everybody to know, but it's for someone to know. And the reason why I'm saying it like that is because this is what God told me, and it's clear. He said, and don't take this word that I'm using to the deep, but just for you to understand the concept. But he said, your ministry is not for everybody. What he was saying was, what I have to share to people is not for everybody, because there are things that I've done in my past. And listen, this is why people say, your decisions, they don't just affect you, they affect other people as well. So there are things that I've done and I've done with other people that, because of where they are in life and because of where I am in life, by God's grace and help, I've been able to move forward. But there's other people who did things with me who have not been able to move forward. So when they look at me and they see where I'm coming from now, talking about stuff, they may not be able to receive it. And that's okay, because I understand. I remember where we were and what we were doing. And that's why God said, my ministry is not for everybody. I'm not really talking about ministry. I'm just talking about my story, what I have to offer, what I can share now, because I'm not in the same place where I was before. Everybody's not going to be able to receive it, and that's okay. I don't know how I got there, but somebody needs to hear that, But your story is not for everybody. I'm saying that to say you have to try to be very sensitive. For those of us who have stories, try to be sensitive on what to share, because everybody does not have your best intentions. So people will misconstrue what you're saying, use it against you, and that's why you just have to be sensitive to God. But I'm saying that to say, I am a testament that, I've done stuff, I try to say it like this, and this is almost very true. It's almost true. You probably won't believe it, but almost true. But if you could think it, I probably done it. It's not completely true, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, it's almost true for me too.
So I'm saying that to say, in the midst of all of that, God has still been merciful. He's still been good.
Oh yeah.
So God knows how to meet you, and this is the thing that has kept my relationship continuing with God, is that He meets me where I am. He always meets me where I am.
He will always meet you where you are. We can't meet God where He is. It's impossible.